Greetings, Earthlings. Zube here. I had a brief hiatus. That'll happen now and again because I'm kind of figuring stuff out and what I'm going to stick with and what I'm not going to stick with and all that. But I have been traveling, and I am definitely trying to figure out how to make this more portable and improvisational. Anywho, daily horoscope for April 8th. We have some stuff coming up over the next few days. So today starting today, I'm going to stay on task over the next few days because we have some transitions that may be causing some stuff. So to be highly technical. Anyway, if you're interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is below. So when I looked at the chart for today, and I created the chart for noon Central Time. So this is, US. It feels confusing, right? I don't mean the chart is confusing to me. I think that we may be confused. There's a potential for confusion. So Mars, which is the warrior, the go-getter, the action, going out and getting shit done, is in a square with Neptune. Mars is in Gemini, Neptune is in Pisces. There's actually quite a bit going on. So Neptune, I just keep getting the phrase like throwing shade. Okay, so Neptune is it's about escaping, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I just can't think of a better word for it because you can escape through surrender and spirituality and stuff like that. But a square is a tense aspect, and so it feels like there's a possibility that today we might almost subjugate to what others want for us. And what I mean by that is that there's like a knowing, okay? There's a knowing or a sense or an intuition or like a tug at our heart or something like that, that we might ignore or suppress in the interest of like, well, I'm supposed to do it this way. It could be like peer pressure or pleasing other people or something like that. And it's like there's a possibility that this intuition might be so vague or faint that it could be easy to suppress. And really what spirit is calling you to do is to honor yourself and honor that intuition or that slight tug, right? That's like that's the strongest thing that I got from this. It is just almost in the desire to serve other people that we might suppress what we want, particularly if that's just in our nature, which it is in mine. But if you are being called or intuited or something like that, to not do something, especially, that's why I think this might be so easy. It's not necessarily, it's about not doing something that you have an urge to do, right? And it would just be easier to do it or to go along because you could kind of align with that, and you're not even quite sure why you don't want to. God, that's really specific. That's what it feels like. It's like that there may be emotional pulls from other people or emotional appeals or a desire to fit in, or the desire for cohesiveness among a group or something like that. But really the sun in Aries is what we are to honor ourselves. Venus is moving into a square with Pluto. It's still a few degrees away, but you know, Pluto is about change and power, and you know, and Venus is about what we want, especially in Aries, what we want and what we desire. So there is a way to honor ourselves. And even, you know, ego, we trip out on ego, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, we came to Earth to enjoy ourselves, right? So honor yourself. That's like my biggest message that I'm getting from today's chart, because there could be just a, like, gosh, I'm seeing like a net kind of cast out, and it's not even like an actual physical net. It's almost like an energetic net, and it might just be easier to go with the net drawing you in. And this doesn't even necessarily have to be like as literal. You got to think metaphorically when I do these things, because that's how, you know, but like the vision is a net being cast, and it's like almost like being under a spell, right? But there's this little voice that's like, nah, we don't want to do that. Like, you know, your higher self or whatever is like, I don't want to go that way. Um, but it's so faint that it's easily ignorable. Um, and this could be like over the next couple days, right? Right. I'm going to pull some tarot, see what that has to say. Yeah. Wow. I'm going to pull another one. We got the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So we got the Five of Pentacles. We might want to go along, because this card is about lack. It's about a sense of lack. These are two beggars. Oh my goodness. Okay. So these are two beggars, and they're passing by a church, and it's snowing, and one is injured, and they're so focused internally on what is lacking that they don't realize they're passing a church, where they could not only possibly receive sustenance of like the physical variety, food, etc., but they could also receive guidance, you know, from God, spirit, source, whatever. So it might be like, well, maybe if I just go along with this, or if I just do this, then things will get better, because we might be lacking that bigger picture of standing in our sovereignty. And then the card that I got to clarify is the Four of Pentacles, which is really interesting because it's technically before the five. However, the Four of Pentacles in this position with this card is like, hold on, just hold on. You know what I mean? Like, you've got Four Pentacles. Um, he's not moving. He's sitting in his throne, and this card is about being content with what you have. It can also be about being greedy, but it doesn't feel like that's what is in this card. But what it means in this spread, it's about like, just hang tight. That's what I'm getting. I have another deck that I want to pull from. Yeah, it's like Mars may want to act, but there's another way to go. It's just there's a little shade right now, and so just hang tight. Kindness. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. I'm gonna pull another one. Yeah, I'm take respite by a pond. Just chill. Just chill. I don't know why I'm doing that. I can't remember what it was called. That Idig language, Chittagil, Idigal. if anybody remembers that. Change. Falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. Yes, okay. Change is coming. Um, there will be a clearer time for it, but take respite, because I love how it says falling leaves do not signify the end, but the beginning of a fruitful season. So don't think, oh my gosh, the leaves are falling, like I have to act on the first thing that comes up, you know. I have to do like that thing, even if there's this little voice that's like, it's okay, like we can do something tomorrow, right? So I'm thinking of this as like, say you get fired from a job or something like that, and then a super shitty job comes up, right? That you don't want. But you're like, I have to take it because I just need a job. And if you had waited a day, maybe there would have been like a better job. So this is really about getting internally focused, you know, and paying credence to that voice inside, which is sometimes quiet. So like, sit by a creek, be kind to yourself, okay? If you know, if you do have like a moment of fear or whatever, and acting hastily, because Mars can act hastily, and with Neptune there to kind of like give an escape, it's almost like the escape can be worse than the situation that you're already in ultimately, or like sticky situation is what I got. Like you might go from needing something into a situation that proves to be sticky, right? Just be thoughtful and sit back and chittigill gill it a gal. Anyway, um, that's all I got for today. And I'm in Mississippi. Yo, have a great day on Earth. Peace and namaste.